May I see your license, please?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No problem. Hang on just 1 second. Will this work for you? I can't seem to find my license, but...
You have a good day, sir.
Young people, freedom is not free. Someone always has to pay the price. The price is high, but Americans have always been willing to pay it when necessary. My advice to you is to keep yourself prepared, because it may be your turn the next time freedom is threatened.
Call from a friend.
What's that?
What's what?
That bag.
Nothing. What's what?
That bag.
Nothing. Go ahead. You're all on camera.
Oh my God.
Well, that's good. I'm recording too.
Good.
You want me to get your ID
So
out?
I was at my boss's house, right? Because I take care of her aunt.
You done
his
plundering, kid? Are you done
And,
plundering? You feel
and,
stupid yet?
No,
Maybe?
stop.
You don't?
So anyhow,
Because you sure look it.
Where's your
Let's-
license at?
I didn't bring them with me. They're in my other vehicle. Write me a
Okay.
ticket and I'll be on my way. All right?
Okay, well, what's your name and date of birth?
And
What are
doing
you, some jailhouse lawyer or something?
No, I'm just somebody that likes the Constitution. What are you, a tyrant?
No,
I just want to
Yeah,
pull
do you
my
remember
hair out,
swearing?
man.
Do you remember swearing an oath to the
I
Constitution?
do. Are you
That's
considering
good.
me a road pirate too, I guess?
I don't know what you call
What's a
yourself.
road pirate?
I-
After going over this video, I found so much wrong with it. You have a cop on a traffic stop breaking the window pane, reaching into the vehicle, and snatching the driver's wallet out of his hands, and then he starts rifling through it to find the guy's ID. And it's easy to tell why. This cop has an axe to grind with activists, making the joke that the driver must consider him road pirate, offended at the very notion. But a pirate travels, approaches other vehicles that aren't their own, and then plunders it, taking whatever it wants. Kind of exactly like what this cop did. But it's no wonder that this law enforcement officer behaves this way. This is the Oconee County Sheriff's Department in Walhalla, South Carolina. And their department has been marred by controversy.
Our Oconee County Detention Deputy is behind bars this afternoon. 19-year-old Tyler Watson faces 2 charges related to providing inmates with contraband. Watson was hired by the sheriff's office as a detention deputy in February. He resigned last week.
In Oconee County, deputies arrest after a reported fight outside of a bar. Now, this is Jason Alderman. Officials confirm he is a deputy solicitor. The incident report says an argument led to a shouting match before turning into a fight, with both men punching each other on the ground. Deputies arrested Alderman. The report accuses him of kicking the deputy's back seat while he was being driven to the detention center. Alderman's also accused of taking off his seatbelt and yelling profanities. Tonight, he's charged with public disorderly conduct and a seatbelt violation.
So from the top to the bottom, this department is as bad as it gets. And you'll be able to tell real quick just by watching this video that this deputy's education is almost non-existent. But like I said, there's so much wrong with it. And before we start, time for a quick fan shout out. A subscriber named Jojo said their kids love the channel. Well, shout out to the 2 kids, Ethan and Jordan. Ethan and Jordan, enjoy the video. And that's the reason I stopped you today. Let's jump in.
Hey,
What you got going on?
nothing. Your left brake light's out. That's why I pulled you over. And you can't just leave your car on the side of the
I
road.
have to go get toe dollies.
Okay, that tag comes back. Can you get your phone out of my face? If you want to record me, that's fine, but I don't want it in my face.
So a police officer approaches you on a traffic stop, and your phone hasn't broken the window pane. Your phone isn't in his face. His face is in your phone. And this traffic stop has only to do with an over-curious cop. He allegedly sees the passenger driving a separate vehicle. He finds that passenger suspicious. He sees the passenger now enter this new driver's vehicle. He finds a reason to pull them over so he can initiate his witch hunt.
You got your license, registration, insurance?
Who, me?
What, over You said what was
Your
yours?
left brake light, your third one works, and your right one works. Your left one.
You
is
wouldn't
out.
have known that if you didn't pull me over. What was your reason for the blue light to be turned on?
One, the brake light, and two, I needed to speak to her about her vehicle. That the tag doesn't come back to that
That
vehicle.
doesn't give you a right to pull
Jamie,
me
I need
over.
you to
Was
call
she
me,
suspended? Is she suspected of committing a crime?
Jamie.
Well, no, I need to talk to her, but you have committed a traffic infraction because your left brake light is out.
It really doesn't get much dumber than this cop. He's now just admitted that he fabricated and initiated a totally fictional traffic stop just so he could talk to the passenger in the vehicle. So he's arresting the driver's Fourth Amendment right just so he can violate the passenger's Fourth Amendment right also. And he's admitting it on camera.
So that is the reason to pull you over. So
No,
I'm going to ask you one more time. Give me your license, registration, insurance. I'm going to pull you out of this car.
Brody Pitts, I think.
I don't have it, luckily.
Yes.
Oh wait, yeah, I do.
So, can I step out of the car?
In just a second.
Okay. Hold on, Jamie.
I just got a phone call from a friend.
What's that?
What's what?
That bag.
Nothing.
What's that?
What's what?
That bag.
Nothing. Go ahead. You're all on camera.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, your eyes did not deceive you. This cop just ripped the driver's wallet out of his hands after reaching into the vehicle and starts rifling through it. Now this cop must be a real moron. He says, "What's that bag?" It's not a bag. It looks nothing like a bag. It looks like a leather wallet. The lawsuit on this case is gonna be insane.
Well, that's good. I'm recording too.
Good.
You want me to get your ID
So
out?
I was at my boss's house, right? Because I take care of her aunt.
You done
his
plundering,
aunt.
kid? Are you done
And,
plundering? You feel
and,
stupid yet?
No,
Maybe?
stop.
You don't?
So anyhow,
Because you sure look it.
Where's your
Let's-
license at?
I didn't bring them with me. They're in my other vehicle. Write me a
Okay.
ticket and I'll be on my way. All right?
Okay, well, what's your name and date of birth? Well, what's your name and date of birth? Well, what's your name and date of birth?
So after he's done reaching in the car, stealing the man's wallet, and rifling through it without a search warrant or consent, he realized that he's still the biggest idiot with a badge, and that he still looks as dumb as he did when he woke up in the morning and looked in the mirror. And this moron cop doesn't even hand back the wallet that he just stole from the victim he stole it from. He drops it on the floor of the car. Maybe he was hoping that the driver reached for his wallet. Then he could claim officer safety and yell, "Taser, taser!"
David Hammond.
Are you there?
February 3rd.
What's your name?
Michelle
Michelle what?
Elgin.
Was that guy that was walking down Highway 59, was he with you?
No.
Okay. So, what piqued my interest with you to begin with is I turned around on your vehicle, you were going back towards Jim's auto, and then you disappeared on me.
No,
and
I
then you
didn't
were up
disappear.
there.
The whole total car just, I mean, I'll crank it up and you can hear it.
Yeah, but you were going the opposite way I was going, and when I turned around, you were nowhere to be found. I come back and
because
you were there.
I turned into the thing because my whole total motor blowed.
That's all
I
you
turned
have to
around,
say.
I seen you
Michelle,
whenever
that's
you
all you have
passed.
to say.
You got your ID with you?
Yes.
That's it, please.
Now this driver is doing the best he can for his passenger, instructing her not to answer questions and possibly incriminate herself. But she's talking like it's a sit-down on Good Morning America. Don't talk to the police. If you're a passenger in a vehicle, don't give up your license. You don't have to. Now I get it. With how dirty this county is and how crooked this cop's already shown himself to be, she's obviously petrified. And she thinks if she will just comply, then she might get out of there safely without any fabricated charges. But still, every time you give in to one of his unlawful directives, you're growing the monster ego inside of him.
What do you need her
I mean, my
ID
whole
for?
car is messed up.
So you were driving that car and you ain't got a license?
No, I wasn't driving.
Yeah, you were. I seen you when you passed me.
Then why didn't you pull her over?
Because she was parked out of it by the time I got over there.
Well, then you
what are you,
didn't
some
see.
jailhouse lawyer or something?
No, I'm just somebody that likes the Constitution. What are you, a tyrant?
No.
I just want to
Yeah,
pull
do
my
you
hair
remember
out,
swearing?
man.
Do you remember swearing an oath to the Constitution?
I do. Or you
That's
consider
good.
me a road pirate too, I guess?
I don't know what you call
What's a
yourself.
road pirate?
I know that your sheriff likes hiring pedophiles.
This is not funny, Jamie.
Okay.
I know that. You remember the one that just was at the school resource officer?
Huh?
You remember the school resource officer up at Fair Oaks?
That was before my time.
Hold on! Another filthy, dirty Oconee County Sheriff's deputy? And it wasn't too much before his time because it was only 2 years ago.
Developing story this afternoon. A former school resource officer is free on bond right now after being federally indicted with citation of a conspiracy to commit sex trafficking. Our Alan Devlin is live on the story in Oconee County this afternoon. Alan, good evening. What do you know right now?
Yeah, good evening, Michael. The man arrested, John Towery, used to be a resource officer at Fair Oaks Elementary School in Westminster here in Oconee County. He was fired back in March, and at the time, Mike Crenshaw, Oconee County Sheriff, told us that firing was because of a Homeland Security investigation.
All these news clips I'm bringing to you all happened within the last 2 years. Sounds like a real solid group of cops.
Okay, well, I'm sure
Can me and Mr. B. Pitts get this out of the way, whatever he's going to do.
What was your name again, sir?
David Hammond.
Don't
David
argue with him.
Hammond. Spell your last name.
Hammond.
And your date of birth?
February 3rd, 1973.
73. Okay. You got your registration insurance?
So whenever Mr. Pitts will allow me out of the car, I'll talk to you then, Jamie.
There's two names under there, Glenda Lindsay and David Hammond.
Okay.
And the registration's the license plate.
You don't have your registration card?
I'm sure I do, but I'm not going to dig it out for you.
Okay.
You can run the license plate.
Well, you're required to give it to me when I request it.
Okay, well, you can run the license plate.
Okay.
Mr. Pitts, may I talk to you?
You need to talk to me?
Yeah, I mean, ain't nothing bad.
Yeah, come on back here.
Ain't nothing bad. Just keep the recording on.
What are you going to talk to him about?
I mean, he wants to talk to me about my car.
Girl, you don't have to say anything. You don't. You don't have to get out the car or anything.
Right, but
if you ain't got an 8-year degree in law, I would suggest not talking to any police officer. Do I? No, I got a camera for my lawyer when she sees it.
You know my Uncle Jamie.
Who's that?
Jamie, Hammond.
Okay. Are you wanting to talk to me, or you want your attorney over here to talk to you?
Who?
Well, you said you wanted to talk to me, but he's keeping you from talking to me. Are you wanting to get out and talk to me, or?
I mean, yes, I was driving no license.
I know, I seen you.
Okay, well, I'm telling the truth. I mean, you seen me, but you did not pull me over doing it, though.
Yeah, because you got out.
You just told him.
No, my car really tore up. Like, I'll go crank it up, and you can see for yourself. Like, I have no reason to lie to you.
You got any warrants or anything?
No.
I'll do it in just a second.
Michelle, why would you tell him that you were driving, darling?
Because he done see me. I ain't gonna lie to him.
You don't have to admit
Listen,
to it.
I know, but I'm not gonna lie.
Stupid.
But I'm not gonna lie to him either.
This video was filmed on January 2nd, 2025 on a channel by the name of David Hammond. And I'll tell you one thing, we could all use a David Hammond in our lives. Strong, resilient, and willing to stand on his rights, especially for yours. But even if we all had a David Hammond in our lives, it doesn't necessarily mean that he's the save-all. Because you at home, even with your David Hammond, need to be willing to stand up for your rights also. Never talk to the police. Never share information. Never ID as a passenger in a vehicle. The police are paid to do their jobs, and arguably, they don't do it very well at all. You're not paid to do their job for them. They have a hard enough time doing it on their own. So don't help them out, because that's blue line charity. And I'm sure you've all got the cold calls. They spend enough time looking for charity, and there's millions of dumb Americans willing to shell out dollars for it. Check out David, tell him Accountability for All sent you. And until next time, that's the reason I stopped you today.